but ready to fight. Standing tall, doing what's right. Shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I've gotta keep. Breaking chains, leaving pain behind. Calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawntrooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawntrooper rides again. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawntrooper rides again.
Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. Dum 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 dum. Bloody hell, sorry about that. Good afternoon, good morning and good evening to everybody and everyone. Right, let's get started, shall we? First of all, hi, welcome to the Spawntrooper stream. Oh, wow. Well, it would be a good idea to bloody unmute myself. But anyway, so, yes, had a bit of a cough fit there. I do apologise. You know what they say, don't you? If you're going to do it properly. Do it with style. Oh, wow. Whew. Anyway, let's... Oh, here we go again. What a way to start the stream, eh? Anyway, let's go. Let's do this. Right. Gail, Texas, Dizzy Storm, Debbie, Mama Joe, Cynthia. Oh, God. Hi, everybody. Blue, good to see you. Who else have we got? Steve Amborn. Hi, Steve. How you doing? Welcome. Who else have we got? Who else we got? Amy, Amogo. Hi. Excuse me. Greater. Hi. Right. Anyway, what we were going to say is basically, yes, time. Hi, Heidi. Time. That's the only hint I'm given. Time. That's all you have is time. Now you're thinking, what does he mean with that? I wonder. So, good morning. Oh, wait, I need to do something else. One sec. God, jeez, what is wrong with it? Hi, Kim. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Right, okay, where were we? Right. As you can see in my description, I'm going to read out my description. So if people have issues reading, I'm going to read it out to you very quickly. Welcome back, my glorious, mischievous peasants, to the chaotic masterpiece known as the Wolf's Den. Once again, I bestow upon you the gift of my presence in yet another legendary stream. Now, how long will this escapade last? Yeah. Could it be a quickie, 10 minutes? Wait, a quickie is 10 minutes? Guys, come on, you could do better than that. Anyway, or a full-blown hour of madness. Who knows? Let's roll the dice and find out together. Today's itinerary. Oh, just your usual wolfy banter. Well, we'll cover everything from the toxic drama swirling in the void to the oh-so-dignified gossip and click-clap, otherwise known as people flapping their mouths and seeing what noise cut falls out. Oh, and the sympathy of humanity. We could get into the topic of general attacks on people, but nah. Let's hold that juicy bit for another time. Get it? Get another time. All right. Karen Day. And good afternoon to you too from Europe. From the interwebs to South Africa. I was like, oh yeah, so much brewing behind the scenes is giving the calm before the storm vibes, don't you think? Then it's finally erupts. Be sure to grab a seat and some popcorn. Bonus treat, another installment of MyPretty and Spawntrooper is on its way, where we'll be tackle a few new spicy revelations. There you go. Blah, 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 blah. Trust me, when it drops, you'll want to be there. Hit that like button and smash that sub so you can officially join the wolf pack of epicness. So my esteemed ladies, gentlemen, Wookiees and Weewoks, let's channel our inner chaos and see exactly what possibly could go wrong. Spoiler, everything. Join me, why don't you? So, let's party. Right, anyway, so, yes, as you are fully aware, I did say that I wasn't going to go live yesterday or today, or I was going to go live tomorrow, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to be a random fucker. So there you go. Welcome. Now, obviously, some of you have just popped in from Squid Pro Quo. If you don't know who Squid Pro Quo is, you need to go and find out. She is a Navy veteran, and she is funny as hell. She's a mother of a beautiful little angel and a wife of a fantastic guy and the daughter of some fantastic people. So go and check her out. Here's the link. Okay, go and check her out. So, yeah. Now, a couple of things I want to cover before we get into it. Yes, before we get into it. What could possibly go wrong? I can remember the last time. You remember when hi Nimrod, how you doing? Can you remember that sign when I used to have it up and no one told me for a long time. No one said, "Hey, Spawn, have you seen your picture?" And I was like, "What? Wait, what?" And then it dawned on me. It said, "What could possibly go wrong?" You know. And at that time, someone called me a racist, and I went, "Oh, I can't be racist." I went, "Why? Why is that?" I said, "Well, one, I hate everyone equally, and I am an equal opportunist hater and lover at the same time. And also, there's only one race on the planet." "Oh, what's that then?" I went, "The human race." "Oh, right, yeah, good point." So, but we digress. Yes, it looks like um, it looks like Andrew Alvarez. All right, bless his cotton socks. Yeah. I don't even know how to address this bit. Hi, Missy Lady. Good afternoon. I really don't know how to even go into this one. Now, I've been saying that he is irrelevant. He's been part of it, but he was part and parcel, a cause of some of this. He deliberately or tried to antagonize Jeremy Hells to get him into a fight, so Jeremy Hells swings for him. We all know about that. I mean, I'm not gonna bring back up the stuff that happened in the past, but here's the thing: the fact that he's trying to insinuate. I mean, I've only heard about this, but this has happened before. This has happened before, where he tried to insinuate that George, that's Jeremy's other half, and her sister fell out, and there was a big hoo-ha. Like, that has got any clout whatsoever. I mean, let's be honest. Families and sisters and siblings fall out, but they would never fall out to a point where a sibling would go to this is allegedly speculative, someone who likes the old ganja, okay, and actually like sit on a phone with him and talk crap about their sister. Because at the end of the day, if you come across siblings, or any of you at any time have siblings, right? If you fall out with a sibling, you fall out with a sibling. People will think it's basically like a world war, right? You would need the UN just to freaking. Hi, Trissa, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, right? And here's the thing. Everyone has got siblings. Anyone who has got siblings can relate to this, that you're going to have an argument, you're going to fall out. But a sibling would not go, well, there are some siblings who do this, but there's siblings go out their way to go onto a platform, especially on a platform with someone who treated his ex-girlfriend like property. He couldn't even get over the fact that he split up with her and that she had moved on. And the fact that she was employed by George to work with her and Jeremy, the fact that, like, there must have been a bloody good reason for her to walk away from him. And then this absolute clown then wants to state that was the sister on a phone. Okay. I mean, I could use, how can I put this? I can use a lot of information that's been publicized over the last few weeks and show you categorically, hands down, that 98% of it is a lie. Very easily. And you know that when I do stuff like that, I have proof, facts, evidence, receipts, and it's very easy. It takes me a couple of seconds to actually do that. And then basically at the end of the day, it's up to the individuals to then decipher what they've seen and come to their own conclusions. Oh, yes. Because here's the thing. When you say something, like if I say to you, I am an astronaut and I have been to the moon, and it was cold, and there were funny noises. If you didn't know me, how many people would believe that? Press 1 if you'd believe it. Or let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase that one. Let's say, hi, I am retired, blah, blah, blah. I'm a retired astronaut, I went up to the ISS. I spent 8 weeks there, blah, blah, blah. But prior to that, we did we did a couple of orbits and everything. And we then done one orbit around the moon and came back to the ISS, spent another 2 weeks there. And then we returned back to back to Earth. But if I did it and I mentioned like places in the States, or I mentioned places in Russia where their space program is and stuff like that, if I added a couple of extra things that when people actually researched it, they go, oh, bloody hell, yeah, he must be telling the truth, right? You see, this is the thing, right? When you say something verbally, right, is one thing. But when you say it and you've got evidence and facts, is another thing. Now, when you are on a phone with an individual, first of all, yeah, it could be anybody. If you sound like somebody, it could be anybody. The second thing is, why was she on the phone? The interwebs is very, very modern. It's very modern these days. It's not like in the old days where you had to send light signals or, one of them. Right? Basically, it's you can actually turn on your face cam, or you can turn on your camera on your phone, and you can FaceTime someone. You can do that in WhatsApp, you can do that in Facebook, you can do that anywhere where there's the ability to to use a camera. So here's my question. That's the first question. Why was she not on camera? Well, she doesn't have to show her face if she doesn't want to, but why wasn't she on camera? That's the first thing. The second thing is, don't you find it very, very interesting that this is suddenly coming back up to the surface again, considering that this is not the first time that he's tried this? Now, we all know that he likes to, he's a provocateur. There's a lot of provocateurs. We've come across them. I mean, a lot of them come to my stream and hit that thumbs down. But the thing is, it doesn't help me because now I don't know if it's a genuine thumbs down or not. So I'm just carrying on and I'm ignoring it. So there you go. So ladies and gentlemen, if I don't know if you enjoyed the stream or not, you now have to physically tell me in stream that you're enjoying it. So we have to go down that route now. So at the end of each stream from now on, I'm going to be asking you if you enjoyed that stream or if there's anything I can add. And then you're going to press a 1, yes, I enjoyed it, or press a 2. Then I will ask you one by one how'd it go. So the stream is going to last between 6 and 12, and I'll say about between 6 and 18 hours. So I hope that you're here for the long run, and just thought I'd point that out. But anyway, we digress. Now, Andrew, aka Guapo, aka old freaking idiot, clown, buffoon, whatever you want to call yourself. You still live in your mum's house, considering that the amount of money you make. Well, apparently you make, but you're still living with mummy. Okay, that's at least you're not in a basement. That's a good thing. There is light coming in. But what gets me is that you have been part and parcel of this organized ecosystem. So my question is this: why are you keeping such a low profile? You're trying to get the dirt away from you. You're trying to think people have forgotten about you sitting in your car and having a little bit of a, one of them. Or the fact that you, I actually there was a name I called it. I can't remember. I have to go back to my videos and my documents to actually see what I called it. Right? It's like a compulsive possessive disorder. It's where someone believes that the person they are in a relationship with is their property. There's specific terminologies for it. Not sure. I can't remember the word. Right. But the fact that you went on about that, the fact that you turned up at a public storage sale with people who you were friends with at one point, that you showed them complete disrespect and disrupted a sale with people there who had children with them, and at one point used a child in a pushchair and a woman as a human shield between you and Jeremy Hales, who was trying to avoid you. And here's the whole thing. When you watch that video, multiple times you deliberately pushed into Jeremy Hales. You provoked him, mate, physically and verbally, to react in a physical way. However, he controlled himself. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, I think that if Jeremy would have gave you a good slap, I don't think you would have got up. I think you'd have been going. You'd have been asleep, because Jeremy may look a little bit, a little bit chubby and stuff like that, but he's a big lad. And you, okay, you need to fight uphill. He fights downhill. And the fact that you were putting yourself in such a, I mean, you're yeah, we're not going to go into that. But here's the thing. He conducted himself correctly. He composed himself. He tried to ignore you. He made absolutely sure, right, that if anything would have happened, he would have been ready. But the thing is, in that whole video, that you tried to entrap him, that you tried to show him that he was the bad guy. Everything you did proved that you were the bad guy, that you were trying to antagonize him. You were trying to get him to attack you. You failed in that. What you did show is the fact of what type of person you are. And the fact that you are part and parcel to blame for the crampons to be in this involved as well. The fact that was it not you who in a second video thought it was funny that you did that? The fact that you started going around and asking people who were there. But what you didn't take into consideration, Andrew, is that other people were recording. That's where you made the mistake. Other people were recording your message, your behavior. And then now you want to sit on your platform and you want to make accusations just like the crampons and everyone else done. I mean, look how well that went for them. Look where they are right now. Yeah? Look where they are. So let's put it this way. You're going to end up in the same boat. The only problem is I don't think you guys have actually had that conversation about who's going to steer the boat and who's going to row, right? Oh, wait a minute. You can't row because you're going up Shit's Creek with no paddles. Yeah, that's a good point. And you've run out of fuel, so the engine won't work. Yeah. So you need to figure out how you're going to do this, because in regards of the fallout, or if there was a argument between George and her sister, is irrelevant because that was already mentioned a long time ago. Just do your research. That's all you have to do. I'm not gonna point it out to you. I was doing that for the first 6 months of all this, helping people, doing the research and everything else, and giving people the ammunition and showing people the truth and everything. And people thought I was talking out my backside. So why should I waste my time? Everyone seems to know that anything that comes out of someone's mouth is the truth. Really? Really? That's interesting, because over the last 4 months, 3 months, 4 months, or 5 months, anything that's being said in regards of this whole topic, in regards of anything that's involved in this, right? It's okay to just say it. It's okay just to say words and you believe it. So having evidence, and here's the best thing as well, when you have evidence and you have factual proof, and you, and you have factual proof and evidence, it's basically like a shot in the dark, because at the end of the day, people are now ignoring actual proof. And it's very easy to fabricate proof. Yes, we've seen that. We've seen that multiple times. And we know that there's people out there who are copycats. What they'll do, they'll make a new account, make a fake account, and they'll probably might use other people's names. And that is very easy to do. We've seen that because a lot of idiots have done it. One of them came into my stream the other day thinking that, oh yeah, but they made a big mistake. They made a big mistake. And they gave away the ace in their pack. They gave away the ace card. And in the near future, we're going to be seeing that. That I can assure you of. All right, so in the future, that'll be coming back up. Don't you worry. But going back to Guapo. Now, here's one thing you should do, is do research. Step out of the box and do your research, because at the end of the day, right, it is very easy to convince people, Okay, it's very easy for me to sit here and say, oh, guapo this, guapo that, Jeremy this, Jeremy that, guapo this, guapo. It's very easy. Okay, but I've never done that. What I've done, as I've always said, here's the truth. Here are the facts. That's the way the evidence goes. This is the evidence I've got. But it's up to you to go out there, step out the box, look at this as a bigger picture, all right, and try to be unbiased when you look at this, and look at the one side and then look at the other. Perfect example. Let's go back to when I caught Bruce Matskin in a lie. Oh, more of a slip up. Okay, I asked a simple, and I know people will go, oh, here we go, about to go for me. Yeah, right. Here's the thing. When I pull, I mean, what you do, you sit and you wait and you watch people, you listen. And this is one of the things that a lot of people don't do. They don't sit and listen and watch. They have to get straight in there. Hi, Smitty. They have to get straight in there. It's like people are scared of missing something, or that people are scared of not being accepted or being seen. You don't have to be seen or being accepted just to sit and watch and listen. Now, I have been sent screenshots over the last week of, people, posting screenshots of my life. At the end of the day, fine. What does that prove? That I'm live? Okay, good. That there is an example of factual proof, truth, evidence. It shows I am live. It shows you a screenshot of me being live. And it is proof that I was live. So there you go. That's the exact perfect example. Now, when it comes to Bruce Matskin, for example, right, there was a lot of slip-ups that he did that people didn't notice. For example, the fact that he was trying to represent Lynette Preston before Lynette Preston either fired Silverman or Silverman was complete with his job. And the fact that he was whining and complaining that he wasn't receiving any of the documents or any of the court information from Silverman, because Silverman was still outstanding $16,000 that was owed to him. And if you can remember correctly, Deuce Boy must have had a little bit of a drink that night, or he spat his dummy out, which is a pacifier for you Americanese, all right, out the pram, and then posted his little freaking problem he had, because obviously Silverman didn't receive his $16,000. Okay, he wasn't receiving the paperwork. Now, here comes the question. Hang on a minute. Were you employed by Lynette Preston to be her lawyer? And here comes another question. Why are you sitting on the platform of two individuals who had a personal vendetta and who were continuously character assassinating Jeremy Hales prior to you becoming Lynette Preston, lawyer? You see, people don't think of this. They don't think outside the box and look at the bigger picture. Those lot injected themselves into the situation between Lynette Preston, John Cook, and Jeremy Hales. Okay, those guys injected themselves into there. It wasn't the other way around. It wasn't coincidence, right? Because they knew they could get. They knew that this is the door that can get them into a closer to Jeremy Hales, so they can attack him. All right, but a lot of people like to talk around the door post, and I don't. I'll go straight to the throat. So now you've got a group of people, Swamp Lizard, aka Robbie. Okay, we've got Super Dave, aka Jabba the Hoot. All right, who's already been talking about Jeremy Hales, but he's not calling him by his name. He's saying that YouTuber. Right, so in a way, he's trying to circumvent, talking shit about someone. Now, the problem is, all these guys were in cahoots way before, and then when this Lynette Preston stuff came up, they went, "That's the perfect way to get at him," And that's why they jumped on that. And that's why they got involved. And then when this lawyer turned up, where did he come from? Where did Bruce come from? Who invited Bruce? Why? Where did he come from? He just appeared from nowhere. Suddenly he's on platforms with different people. So he's trying to get his like mac and cheese. And he saw this as the perfect example. I know it's not big as the Johnny Depp and everything else. But I'll tell you one thing. It was getting a lot of publicity, and there was a lot of talk about Jeremy Hells and the Lynette Preston thing on the internet. And the simple mistakes were the GoFundMe, him whining about not being able to get the legal documents, the hoarder house, and it goes on and on and on and on. Now, I've been talking about this for 6 months plus. Right? And I know for a fact some people have mentioned it on their streams. Right? And I know for a fact even Jeremy has used some of my material on his. But do I blow my trumpet and go, oh, look at me? Yes. No, I don't give a crap. I really don't. I'm glad that some people are listening. I'm glad there are people out there actually listening to what I am saying and not how I'm saying. Right? And it's very easy to, how can I put this? It's very easy to prove everything that's being said. However, the problem comes is when you say, hi, I'm an alien. And then you carry on chatting away, carry on having a conversation. Yeah. And then it's like you stand there and you're like going, okay, you say you're an alien. Yeah. Okay. Where's your proof? What? Where's your proof? What do you mean proof? Well, you're saying you're an alien. Yeah. But where's your proof? What do you mean, where's my proof? Yeah, okay, let me say this in a language that you fucking understand. You, yes. Alien, yes. Where? What? Proof. Why? So you're trying to say that it's fine. Just take your word for it. Okay. We'll take your word for it. But here's the problem. If we take your word for it and we find proof that it's not true, or the fact that just taking your word for it is supposed to be the proof. This is the perfect example when we talk about the crampons or swamp lizard. With swamp lizard, it's a different type of ball game. Swamp Boy turns around and says that in news articles and on a video that he was not insured and that the damage is between $150,000 and $200,000. Now, how the fuck would I be able to remember that if I was making shit up? Answer that question. The fact that he spent 1 year, not two, not a half, not 5, 1 year in jail and was fined $2,000. How would I remember that? If I was making shit up day in, day out. How would I remember all this stuff? Right? It's because I do research. And the thing is, I do research in the normal and legal way. I don't break the law. Hell no. That's not cricket. You don't break the law just to prove someone wrong. What you do, you get the facts, you get the truth, you get the evidence, and you produce it. Hi, Robert. How you doing, fella? Good to see you. Right? You produce that proof. Perfect wording. The dark side is turning on itself. Perfect wording. And that's exactly what's happening. Okay, because they've made so many mistakes. And this is like, look at what happened with the crampons and that lady Barb, right? And Moonwolf. Right? I went back 5 years. If you go back on people like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, especially all these people, you will start to see a pattern. You will see a pattern of behavior. You will then start to get to know the person. If like I have gone back and I showed someone the other night, I went back, right, and I showed some individuals, and you'll be very, very surprised what you see. And then when you go back a little bit more, you'll see a pattern of behavior. Right? It's very simple. You don't have to be qualified or trained to do this. All you need to do is use common sense, unbiased. 1 second, I need a cough. Don't want to upset the natives here. And I don't mean that in a derogatory or racial way. I'm just saying it's just a terminology. Anyway, so if you look at the history and then you come back to present day, right? I have mentioned this multiple times. I called it on a lot of stuff. I even said in regards of the trespass, nothing's going to happen. It's going to be dismissed. It's going to get kicked out of court. It won't even go to, and I said this, I doubt very much it will even go to court. Look what happened a couple of days ago. It was dismissed. It's not over. It was dismissed. Now, the people who were accused, okay, of trespassing and all that stuff, the ones who actually were there to help Lloyd, now they can go after them. Now they can do a class action lawsuit. And I've said this in the past, and everyone was going, "Oh no, Spawn's full of shit. He doesn't know what he's a limey, he's a Brit, he doesn't know about American law, blah 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 blah." I fucking called it though, didn't I? I fucking called it, didn't I? All those naysayers, you thought I was full of shit? I called it. Suck on those, banana. Yes. Right, so, and this is not me ranting or being angry or anything. This is me basically trying to get you to get your head out your ass and get up onto the surface and actually take a deep breath and look at this picture from a different perspective. Because now that like everything is going wrong for them, what do? Grapple suddenly reappears, giving it, "Oh, I'm gonna out Jeremy this. I'm gonna out Jeremy this." Like we haven't heard this before. I mean, how many times do you people or everyone in general, and I do apologize, and this is not an attack or me belittling or insulting you, but how many times do you need to be fucking spoon-fed the truth and the facts before you realize what is going on? It's common sense, people. It is common sense what's going on. There's a history with Lynette Preston. Going back fucking, years and years. There's a situation about Germany as well, which I'm not going to discuss, which I've said before. I'm not going to discuss that out of respect and also because I've been asked not to discuss it, so I'm not going to discuss it. I've had people ask me continuously for weeks, "Tell me about Germany, tell me about Germany, tell me about Germany." No, not going to happen. Not going to happen. I've been told stuff in the months. Right? I've been told stuff in the months that would bury a lot of people. It would destroy a lot of people's reputation. Have I mentioned anything? No. Why? Because I have respect for one, for privacy, and two, I will never ever discuss anything with anyone else if it's private. Now, if I am concerned for that person's welfare or that person's health or anything else, or I think they're going to harm themselves or something like that, then I will talk to someone else. Then I will get hold of someone else who knows that person, who can talk to them. But other than that, no. However, if I'm like looking into someone and I'm talking to other people about that, I'm going to be as open as a fucking prayer book. I'm not going to hide the fact. And if I'm doing research on someone, I will even say it publicly. That's why Deuce Boy hates my guts, because I did it publicly. I made him look like a complete prat. because I did the research on him and because I publicized it. And I proved what type of person he is. And not just him, other people as well. And I was right. Am I big-headed about that? Do I think I'm better than everyone else? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There are people out there who know more and more stuff than I do. Hell, I'm just scratching at the surface. But that's a word of advice, all right? I know, Kathy, I know I'm preaching to the choir. But sometimes even the choir needs directions as well, my dear. You know what I mean? Even the choir needs directions. It's like, okay, the tone was slightly too low. Let's go a little bit higher, yeah? Let's go into the A and C range, thank you. Yeah. So you understand what I'm trying to do. Like, I know everyone should understand what I'm saying. I am speaking, the King's English. And by the way, originally it was the King's English, then the Queen, then the Queen, then the Queen, then the King, then the King, then the Queen. But anyway, we digress. So, now Guapo has reappeared. Guapo, a.k.a. Alvarez Ramirez. And the reason I know everything about him. I know everything about his father. I know everything because I did the research very early on. And like, I kept my mouth shut. I kept a lot of information private because, some of the information would have been considered doxing if I had to put it out there. However, Andrew doxed himself one day. Sorry, am I loud? Am I, Robert? Am I loud? I'm sorry, mate. For those on the bow, yes, no. Here's the thing. When he posted that picture of the bracelet from hospital bracelet with all his details and patient number and his date of birth and his full name and everything else, he basically made his personal information public. Because once all that information goes onto the interwebs, it becomes public. Now, it's how you use it. When it comes to fair use or copyright, it's how you use it. If you use it in derogatory or you're trying to use it in a negative way, then you can get slapped. But if you're using it for educational or journalistic or criticism or comment, then you can use it because it comes under the Fair Use Act. So this is why I'm saying his name, because it's public. How many people have you noticed in the last few weeks who've dropped my name? I've even said my name on my live stream a while ago. I'm not scared of the people knowing who I am. I mean, my Facebook account has my real name on it because it says, what is your name when you first sign up to Facebook? And I put my name in there. So seriously. But here's the problem. Because it's so easy to make multiple accounts, a lot of people are making mistakes. Right? Because for example, on the Facebook group, right, a lot of people took some advice from me. I mean, it was a mistake, but they started using AI to write what they wanted to write. One, it makes it nice and readable. Two, it gives punctuation and grammar and spelling. Everything else is perfect. And three, suddenly you don't know who's doing it. Yeah, that's where you're wrong. Because it's the topic of what you're talking about. You know what I mean? And, some people are not that well educated. And other people who think they're very articulate and, they think they're better than everyone else make those silly mistakes as well. This is why I say, I think that everyone on that Facebook group should post anonymously, because the minute you post anonymously, it takes away every single bit of ounce of wind out of their sails. You will take away that power that they've got. And I've been watching it for the last few days, and I have been in stitches. It's been hilarious that, I mean, you couldn't, if you actually made a documentary out of this, people would be pissing themselves laughing of the level of stupidity. And it's just, mean, I don't even know to find the bloody words for it, to be honest with you. But anyway, so yeah, going back to Guapo though, he, you know, look at Roy. Is it Roy or Ray? Roy, isn't it? It's Roy Bone. No, it's Ray Bone Crusher, isn't it? I mean, this guy sits in his garage like his wife has kicked him out, right? And I think she has probably. That's why he had to get a new car so it's warmer, right? So he sits in his garage, bless his cotton socks, right? He's a vet as well, so I'm not going to dog out him too much. But good God, I mean, like, dude, either get yourself like a little screen behind you, and then use your on some cameras you can get backgrounds and stuff like that. You know, get yourself a background and hide what you've got behind you, because people can see that you've got a new car, that you've got the money. So your pension, your retirement pension, or whatever pension you're getting, right? I mean, by the sounds, but what was he getting sued for? $336,000? Will your pension or your insurance cover that, by the way? I mean, that car, if you sell that car, that'll get you down to about 280,000. But yeah, there you go. I mean, like, you know, how much is your house worth? Can you get like, I mean, if you get tenants and turn it into an Airbnb, but no, I mean, seriously, I mean, all these people think this is a joke. When I saw that legal document and each individual was named, oh, Robert, why don't you just rub it in? Why don't you just rub it in? Why don't you just come over, and throw salt in the wound? Making homemade spaghetti sauce and garlic bread. Why don't you just, hey, it doesn't matter, just throw some salt in the wound. Yeah, just make me hungry and make me sit here. Make me hungry. Yeah, I get it. I know how it goes. Yeah, frickin' Navy. Well, anyway, oh. So true off. I mean, Schmidt, Digistorm, would you like to tell the classroom what's going on between you two? Or do I have to put both of you to the back of the class? No? Looking at you, Digistorm and Smitty. What's going on? Don't make me put you... I will. I'll put you to the back of the class. No? Okay. Oh, homemade spaghetti bolognese. Oh, God. Robert, yeah, get. Anyway, so, yeah. So, don't you find it interesting that Guapo... Kasha, welcome. Don't you find it interesting that Guapo suddenly comes back to the surface? Over mashed potato. Oh, you are just sick in the head, Freckled. How can you put chicken and noodles over mashed potatoes? You absolute fine. Okay, no, yeah, okay. I'm only joking. No. So he comes back and he's basically given it large, and he's talking to someone who's apparently the sister of George. Really? So if I just say what I want to say, you just have to take my word for it. Is that how it works now? So basically, if I say something because, you know, I've got a platform, or I'm a pillar of the public, or, I'm an outstanding member of the public, and I represent that makes no sense. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you got a bit of clout, or it doesn't matter who you are. Just by saying something doesn't make it true. What? I mean, I can go straight into one topic right now where I can prove categorically that everything that was said is a lie and is being twisted and turned to be a lie. But I'm not going to, because I'm past that. I've moved on. But here's the thing. Guapo puts a person on a phone. That means I could get Sienna, Kasha, Freckled. I can get anybody on a phone and say, hey, this is George's sister. And I could basically have that interview on this platform, right? And call her, by what this name is, what the sister's name is, or I can then have that conversation, and then all of you would believe that. That's where people are going wrong. There should be more proof. There should be more proof of, like, if you're going to make an allegation, then prove it. Why is she not on? Why is she not on camera? Why is she not sitting there on his platform? Yeah. I mean, what else does someone need to say for anybody to actually get their heads out their asses and actually see what's going on here? And that's not hi, Rattus. How you doing, buddy? You can get anyone but me. I'm expensive. No, you're not. You're cheap as a freaking... No, I'm not going to say that live on... And look, Rattus, no, not derailing. I'm not allowing you to... I'll be right back. Right, back. Now, no, you don't. You haven't derailed me. I needed to go and get a coffee, but my queen has basically kicked me out of the kitchen. Anyway, right, here's the perfect example. I've got DJ Rattus here. Whew. Right, I've got DJ Rattus here, yeah? Now, this is an example, so pay attention. DJ Rattus says he's won the lottery. Okay, just hypothetically speaking. Right? Okay, so we take his word for it. Now, there's two outcomes of this. Right? We take his word for it, we believe everything, and he never shows himself on camera again. So we can't see evidence. Or we see all the evidence and everything else, and then he shows us his new mansion, his boat, everything else. Him, donating money to charities and giving money to family members and stuff like that. General stuff, right? Two differences. And over the last few months, not just with these people, but with a lot of people, there's been just the verbal, oh yeah, that's that, that's this. No proof. Now, everything I say, for example, I've got proof. I've got receipts. Hello, sweetness. Love you.
Love you too.
No, I love you more.
Really?
Yes. Don't hit me. Right. Okay. But the thing is, here's the problem that a lot of people have got on both sides of the coin. When you've got people, individuals, there's not a lot of them, but when you've got individuals, when they actually do bring up a topic, right, they've got proof. And I've got, if I brought everything up that I've got on every single individual that I have covered from since I started researching this, there's probably one or two people I'm going to leave out because I've seen change in their behavior, and I've got the utmost respect for those individuals. And what I have seen is admirable. From what I have seen, I'm just absolutely taken back how people can see the wrong and then change and then be themselves and fight against the corruption and fight against the negativity. And that I respect a lot. Now, if I wanted to, I could, I would have to turn it into video documentary. I would have to turn it from being live into a video documentary. And then when I turn it into video documentary, I would then have to do a lot of editing, a lot of redacting and everything else. But the proof will be there. Because a lot of people I have seen who like to lie through their teeth, right? The moment you catch them in a lie, they will attack you. Hi, Marlon. How you doing, sweetheart? They will attack you in any shape and any way they can, because they want to silence you. Because the quicker they can silence you, the better it is for them, because that means they can continue to live that life. And this is one of the reasons I did this picture here. That's one of the reasons this picture exists. Time. And I assure you, this limey motherfucker is biding his time. So stand by. You'll never know when it happens. This is the only friendly reminder I am publicly announcing. You'll never know when it's going to happen. Because when it does, it's going to be coming like a tsunami. Just be very aware of that. And this is why Guapo, right, is making a big mistake. By doing what he done on his live stream about the way he spoke about having apparently her sister on his phone. Okay, this is now going to cause him more problems than I think it's going to cause the crampons. The crampons have been like inciting a lot of stuff, right? They've been inciting people. A lot of people have been going, and this is happening on both sides now. On both sides, there's a lot of incitement. There's a lot of crap said. Okay, and it's best to just move on. It's just best. The dark side is writing checks, and their ass can't. Yep. God, I love you, Robert. Platonically, of course. Like you know. There's no reach arounds or anyway. Right. So here's the thing you need to remember. There are things in motion right now that you'll find out. Hi, Lisa. Good morning. Good afternoon. You'll find out. It may be tomorrow, next week, next month. Hell, it could be end of this year. Could be next year. But it's going to happen because one thing I'm a perfectionist. I will not stop until I am done. And once I'm done, then I move on. Research takes a long time. You need to make sure that you get your T's crossed and your I's dotted, and you make sure it's above board and it's legal. Everything on the internet. This is the problem that a lot of people seem to forget, and I think Guapo has forgot that as well. Not just Guapo, but Stone Crusher and freaking all the rest of them. What they forgot is that everything they put online, even if, excuse me, Spawn, here's mine. Okay. Wait, what? Kasha, who are we talking about? Anyway, everything you put online, regardless if it's right or wrong, if it's truth or lie, it doesn't matter. What matters is that it's online. Even if you delete it, it will still be online because thing is, there's some websites that archive everything. So even if you delete it, it's still going to be there. Even if you do, how can I put it? Even if you do stuff and you delete it, and that website doesn't archive it, all it takes is a legal document to turn up on the doorstep of YouTube or Google or anywhere else, and they will then do that research and find everything that you put online. And this is where people make that mistake. Yeah, the subpoenas may cost a lot of money, and they probably will cost a lot of money, right? But those subpoenas can be national or international. Now, I don't care, right? Because what I put online, right, is my opinion, my insight, and my input on what I see. Now, if I say, oh, this, and that, fine. If I twist the truth, I don't care. I've twisted the truth. Yeah. There's a reason why I did that. But when it comes to people like Guapo, who try to insinuate that the person on the phone is someone related to George or Jeremy, all they need to do is all George needs to do is phone up her sister and say, hey, did you talk to Guapo? Yes. Okay, bye. Done. Because at the end of the day, if her sister is talking to Grappo, and this is just hypothetically speaking, if her sister is talking to Grappo, then you know two siblings have fallen out. It's happened to me. It's happened to a lot of people. People will fall out with their siblings. It happens. And then you'll get one sibling who's bitter and twisted. And then you got another sister who, they're going to fight. Hi, Angel. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Good, long time no see. Good to see you. Right? And this is one of the reasons perfect example. When I see people in my stream that go into other people's streams, it doesn't matter who, I don't hold that against them, because at the end of the day, people have the right, to do what they like as long as they respect the rules. Simple. Right? That's as simple as it is. It's just like, I have requested someone to send someone to my stream. Right? I've got very good mods here. Right? I've got a cave full of lionesses that even I don't want to get in the firing line of. Right? And I've got a tiger in here as well. Well, I call him a great white because he's got white hair, so I call him a great white. Eric has got like a great white shark. And then I've got my lionesses. All right. However, I want someone, I've requested someone to send someone from their mod team into my stream so I can then mod that individual. All right. The reason being is because I want someone on my mod team who is going to be junior to everyone. You got Nimrod, you got MyPretty, you got Eric, you got Squid, you got Amogo. All right. Amogo here is the most, but the thing is, they all have the same responsibility. The individual who's going to be coming into my stream, who I'm going to mod, he or she is going to be there to ensure there's no crossover. Does that make sense, people? Do you know what I mean with crossover? That means that they can concentrate on a specific thing that I will then explain to them. Right? That means I will explain to them what their responsibility is, and all they will do is either lurk or they'll be in channel, but they will only be responsible for one thing. The rest, the other mods, like Amogo, Nimrod, MyPretty, Squid, and Eric, right? Just don't piss them off. That's all I'm saying. I've seen how Eric plays with his food, and I've seen how Amo and Nimrod play with their food, and I don't want to be. I assure you, you don't want to be receiving any of that, because they will bounce you around before they yeet you. Right, and that way, that's the best way to allow people, regardless of what stream you go to, that is unbiased. Right, there's going to be an unbiased treatment. So if you come in here, as long as you respect the rules in here and you respect the people in here, you're good. If you bring up topics, you will get a warning. If you bring the topic up again, it will get deleted. After that, you are now on the radar. And that means one of the mods is going to be watching you. And if you continue to go on and on and on about it, it'll get deleted again. After that, you don't get any more warnings. You get yeeted. And you will get yeeted for 24 hours. It doesn't mean that you're banned or you can't come back in. It just means that, here you go, there's 24 hours. Cool yourself down. Come back when you're in a better frame of mind. There you go. Right. Anyway, so now we got that out of the way, what can possibly go wrong? Yeah. Guys, welcome. To those people who haven't been here for a while, for certain reasons, I get it. All right. Welcome back and welcome into the stream. And, it takes time to realize the truth, to see the truth. But anyway, welcome back. And one thing I am going to say, things are going to change, and we have moved on. We're not gonna dwell on in the past. But all I can say is this: fear of acceptance, time. Okay. Now, what we got next on the agenda? It's coffee time, ladies and gentlemen. It is coffee time. Get your drinks. Get your beverages of choice. Get your beverages of choice. You know what mine's going to be. Oh, God, yeah. Okay. Now. Oh yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Dr. Pepper, can't eat your ham. You know, some of you people are just sick in the head. I've just seen that comment. I just seen that comment. It's me. I just seen that comment. That's just sick in the head. You're just sick in the head. Anyway, yeah. So, Pepsi Max, good. Right. So, wait a minute, Kasha. Do you happen to be within the vicinity of Robert by any chance? Just to confirm. Over. Rover, over. Off to the benefit for have a great. All right, well, have a good time. I hope they reach their target and more, and that benefit for veterans. That's a good event. That's where you can donate. I hope they make a lot of money. So enjoy yourself, Heidi. You take care, and make sure you dress properly and don't get too drunk if you're in a ball gown. You're driving to Tampa. I hope you're not texting and driving at the same time. I hope you parked. I hope you've pulled over. Oh, I hope you're a passenger in the vehicle, by the way. Yeah, so, right. So how's everyone been? Let's talk. Right, I'm now paying attention to the chat. So you guys can now... Heidi, what's so funny? I tell you one thing, like balls for veteran charities, when they do like like we call it a do, right? Benefit ball for veterans, where basically, the tickets will cost you probably $100. Technically they would only cost 40 or 50, but they double it. It costs you $100, and then like $50 or $60 of that will go into the bowl for the charity. So basically, at the end of the night, they will say how much they've made. Hi, Hans. And then you got other people writing checks and giving cash to But when I've seen and I've been to a few where it was a black tie event, and you turn up in your mess dress, or you turn up in your in a suit with your old little penguin kit, and then the ladies are in a ball gowns, and then at the end of the night you got so many people that are absolutely freaking hammered, and the ball gowns just turn into like walking punch bags because they're like full of fluids and food and puke and God knows what. But yeah, it's actually quite a funny event. I mean, anyone who walks out of a blinking regimental meal or a ball or anything else, right, intact, made up, their mess dress or their medals or anything else intact, or the ladies with their ball gown still in one piece. Yeah, you've done really, really well. Welcome to that type of lifestyle. But yeah, anyway, so how's everybody? Hello, Nashua. Nashua, where are you? Where? There. I'm doing really well, Nashua. Thanks very much for asking. How are you? Have a nice weekend, everyone. I'm listening. I'm currently working in the garden. Well, Hans, ich hoffe, dass du ein schönes Wochenende gehabt hast, und ich hoffe, dass du eine schöne Woche hast. Also, dass du in den Garten arbeitest, ist gut. Frische Luft is good for die Lungen. There you go. Blue Haven milkshake and late night lamb kebab. There you go. Not sure. Do you Otter Creek 210? Not sure. Out on I take a K. I can assure you. There's been times in my career that I woke up the next morning and I was still wearing half of my gear. Yeah, and I had shit over my mess dress jacket or over my freaking blazer. My cummerbund was like upside down. I mean, I can remember waking up one day and my cummerbund was around my breast, my chest, right? And that, yeah, I was in the right state. But that was years and years ago. You know, that's before I just went totally teetotal. Oh, so everyone likes kebab. What? Do you guys have the proper kebab meat over there, or is it that mix? Because over here, the kebab meat, I know a shop that's owned by someone who's actually from Baghdad, and they do everything fresh. Everything is fresh. They go to the butchers at 4 o'clock in the morning. They get everything, and then they prep it. I actually watched them. I actually said to him one day, I want to see how this process goes. So I had to wash my hands and everything, and I had to go through the process. And I went with them, helped them out a little bit, and then I watched them. And every single bit, it's like shawarma, and oh god, it was beautiful. Everything they did, they treated, yeah, and they didn't waste any of the meat or anything. Hey, Kay Davis, let me tell you a little story. You'll find this really funny. All right. One night, oh God, this was freaking years ago. In fact, let me just check. Let me just check when that came. Yeah, that was just around the time I stopped. Yeah, that was, yeah. Because I can remember, I think it was about a few months after. No, it was a while after I stopped. I went teetotal. Can you remember when that film, Brother, Where Art Thou, came out? Can you remember? Anyone? Hi, Helium. How you doing? Hans, kein Problem. You're welcome. Can you remember when that film, Brother, for Where Art Thou? Well, we were having a barbecue at one of the pads in Germany, and we're sitting in the garden, and obviously it's been boiling all day. We're drinking all day, and then one of the guys decided, like next door, I think it was two doors, that two pads down. He started climbing over the fences and started coming into the gardens, and then in the end, we had like most of the people who lived down that back where that house, all those pads. We basically ended up with everyone in one garden. And we got a couple of this little pool. Well, not a couple of them actually, and filled them up with water and that. And in one we had all the cold drinks, and in another one all the kids and everything were jumping in. So we're all like having a drink and everything. And one of the guys turned around and says, "Hey, do you know I've got a projector and and this sheet that you can put up and we can watch a film?" And then someone else went, "Yeah, and I've got a good stereo system. Have you got the cables?" "Yeah, no problem." And then basically what we did, we decided to go out. There was like a couple of trees right on the back of the gardens, and there was a footpath. And what we did, we connected with bungees and everything, this big sheet. And then we projected the screen onto this sheet. And then we had like speakers in front of, like facing us, in front of us and behind us, right? And then we then projected the film Brother, for Where Art Thou? And it was like everyone was watching it. And we even had Germans who were going past, and that ended up, there was some Germans who lived down the road. They actually went and got themselves some chairs, came back and sat and watched the film with us. There were guys going over the fence, giving them beers and everything. It was brilliant. And we ended up watching Brother, for Where Art Thou? And so we're watching this film, and there's a bit in the film where they're driving down this they're driving down the road, and the next thing, this car just fucking hits the car and comes to a complete standstill. You've never heard people, like, you've never heard so many people laugh out at the same time, and no one could stop laughing. People literally, we had to stop the film for a while, so people can compose themselves, because we were laughing so much. And it was just like, that was it. After that, that was it. Every time something funny happened, it was, you'd stop the film and then start it again, then stop it. And then until about 3 o'clock in the morning, some of the Germans decided to leave. They were like thanking us and everything. And then every weekend after that, I mean, it was a while after that I actually stopped drinking. But after that, every weekend, Germans would come down. Oh, are you going to play a film this weekend? And we would go, yeah. They go, oh, what film are you playing? And then we would we'll tell them what film we were going to watch. And they were like, yeah, we come back at 6 o'clock, yeah. And they would actually bring sausages, bratwurst, and Eisbein, and sauerkraut, and crickets. Crickets in Germany they're like little round, not hard, crusted potatoes. And what you do, you fry them, and they're like fried potato. Oh God, it was freaking Jesus. And this was every weekend. It was every weekend. And it was like the best interaction you could ever have with two cultures. You would have the British with their beans on toast and shit and everything. And then you would have the Germans with all that stuff. It was fantastic. And then the films, yeah. And then one weekend we watched, what was it? God, what's that film called? See No Evil, Hear No Evil. With, oh God, what were their names? Wait a minute, let me check. See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Yeah, it was, what were they? Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. Yeah, there you go. And when did that come out? 86, wasn't it? Yeah. And we watched that as well. And I swear to God, if you ever wanted to have a really good weekend with an international theme, with in the end, right, we used to have a general sort of place where we'd meet on a Thursday or Friday. And then there was a pub just down the road, and we would all meet there. And then sometimes they would actually reserve a big table, and you would have 4 or 5 people from each side. And then these people would be in the town choirs for everyone. So you would end up with getting the word out. And in the end, we had 30, 40, probably even 50 people on both sides of the fence watching the film. And it was hilarious. And then right in the middle, I mean, we even built a little bridge over the stream, so people could walk back and forth. And we had tables next to the fence where all the drinks were on, all the food was on, so people could just help themselves. It's brilliant. We even had coppers walk past one night, and they just helped themselves to something to eat while they, yeah. And the council, the police, never did anything. It was fantastic. Yeah, I miss those days where you could actually just get on with each other, and yeah. But I tell you one thing, you eat a German bratwurst. Oh God, yeah. All right then, Angel. You take care, sweetheart. Good to see you again. You know you're always welcome. Wait a minute. Chap streaming live sea of feast today. Have a good. All right then, Angel. You take care. Enjoy it. Have fun. Oh, is he? All right. I probably might. Do you know what? I probably might go and have a check on that. Is he streaming now? Is he? Yeah, guys. If you got Twitch or anything, go and check this guy out. Go and check him out. Go and show him some love. Go and get him to 100 subscribers so he can monetize. So yeah, there you go. God, how long have I been live? Forgot how long I've been live. Oh my God, an hour and 20 minutes. Oh my God, that's so long. I'm an hour 2 over my time. I should have only screened. I've only should have streamed 21 minutes. Ammo girl, why didn't you remind me? Why Why? Yeah, you know what I find shame. What I do find it sad, but when it comes to family, that's the most important thing. Family always come first. Is with Rattus going back to Oz. Okay, I think that we should all. I think that like the next time Rattus goes live, I think everyone should go and show him some love. I think everybody, regardless if you like him or not, you need to go and show your love and support for Raz, right? Because, one, he's escaping the Americanese, and two, he's going. I'm only joking. He's going over back home for his family, and that should be commended. You didn't tell us what. Who didn't tell what? Who didn't tell what? You're having too much fun with us, lovely people. Yes, I am. I am. I'm having lots of fun. I'm having lots and lots and lots of fun. I'm enjoying today. I think today, I mean, like, I wasn't going to go live today. I was going to go live tomorrow. Oh, about the 20 minutes. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot. I was just getting. Why do I? No, Robert, I'm not going to go live tomorrow. No, because you hurt my feelings. You did not offer me any of your homemade sauce. So, jog on. No. But anyway, I'm getting massaged, and it's derailed. Stop derailing me. I love it. I do it. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I do it to other people, and then they do it to me, and I'm like, "Rrr." But yeah. Yeah, and I think, well, you need to come for ribs for a part. Look, Robert, I tell you one thing now, right? I tell you one thing now, and this is a promise to other people as well. If I ever do come to the States, God help some people, but if I ever do come to the States, I promise you that I will be more than happy to take on your hospitality. And I'll only stay for a day or for that day, but I will take on your hospitality, and I would be more than happy to eat your ribs, and obviously, absolutely. And I'll even bring you a little gift from the UK as well, especially from deep central Wales. That's the important thing. Can you have my homemade cheese? It's being Raz, I don't know what. Oh my fucking god, Jesus Christ! Right, whoever's right, the person who is freaking DM, who's stop it. You're not gonna drag in Schmiegel. You're not. And I promise. I tell you that now, Robert. I'm telling you that now. When I promise someone, all right, I do it. So if I do ever come to the States, because obviously I want to go to tech, I do want to visit some friends of mine that I've got in the States anyway at some point. I will take you up on that invite. And I know that Americans say, "Oh yeah, when you're in the area, come on by," but they don't mean it. It's just being nice. But yeah, you better. I'll give you 24 hours. So you can, you can get a roast going. Yeah, it's a derailed. Yeah, it's derailed. Fuck it. Why not? It's the coffee time, so it can be derailed. Can't believe you're doing this to me, but hey. But it's good to see. It was. I mean, I must admit, it is good to see some new some new people coming in. I mean, some people coming in who haven't been here for a while. It's really nice, really good to see old faces. So that's good. I see, Anna. Now where you make a right, but that's definitely a good thing. But now that you totally derailed what I wanted to say, fuck it. But yeah, God, barbecue. What? Hey, Robert, are they barbecued with barbecue sauce and a bit of your, your? Oh man, where did I have that? They, God, that was years ago. So I had barbecue ribs, I had potatoes, barbecue ribs. It was potato salad. There was a bit of coleslaw, and the plate was freaking packed. And the ribs were, oh God, they were caked in this sauce. And I swear to God, that sauce was like, just talking about it now is making me go, No, you haven't derailed, right? So it's 0-0. You haven't derailed me. That was someone else. Smoke ribs, yeah. That was someone else who derailed me, Sunshine, not you. Ha, 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 ha. No. There's someone else who derailed me. Actually, I'm surprised Squid's not here trying to derail me. Bless her cotton socks. But no, it was someone else. But so you can reset that back to 0 if you don't mind. Yeah, Raz, madam, yeah. But yeah, so that's there's one thing I like is American barbecues because you do go out of your way to make sure that stuff is right nice. Yeah, that's one thing. So if I ever do come over, I do promise you, Robert, I will take your invite on. And I'm not. I am very specific when it comes to my food. If I don't like the look of it, I won't eat it. Yeah, Nimrod. Don't you worry. I'll get you. I'll get you back. I know what buttons to press with you. So don't you worry about that. I'll get you. You pain in the ass. You didn't get derailed by under the boulder. No. Yeah, I know. I've heard. Yeah. Yeah. No. You're good, Rat. So I'll stick to the Mexicana. Has any of you ever? Do you have Mexicana over there, Robert, or Ollie, or anyone in the States? Do you have the cheese Mexicana? So I'll be with you in a minute. I'm just blowing my nose. There you go. Right. Yes, I know I'm muted. I was blowing my nose. Yes. Oh, by the way, have you noticed my new picture? Have you noticed the beautiful picture that I've been given? Notice that? Look at the picture. Oh, yes. Notice that? It's a nice picture, isn't it? Yes. Yes. No, the Mexican. Oh yeah, he lives made cheese. He loves a little spice to it. Yeah, there's a cheese over here in the UK. I was referring to the barbecue sauce. Not much in our. No. What I meant is that there's a cheese over here that you can buy, and it's called a Mexicana. And the Mexicana has multiple different types of various of types of chili in it. Chili, and it's fairly spicy, but it's not spicy to like make you drink a cow, right? But it's quite nice cheese. Now the thing is, if you grate, one thing I've learned, if you take cheddar and take various different types of cheese, and you grate them and you mix them up and then put them, say if you want to make a snack, right, and you've got a toaster, you get bread, put the butter on it, and then put a little bit of condensed milk, mix that up with a little bit of what you can call it. You can call it cream or so. You mix that up, fluff it, and then put it on the bread. Then put a ham or cheese or whatever you want, and then put ham on it, and then put loads of that cheese on, and then pour a little bit of brown sauce on the top of it, and then put it under the toaster until it's nice and toasty, and then take it back out, and then get some barbecue beans, and then pour the beans over it, hot beans, and then that'll make your taste buds go crazy. Yeah. Drink a cow. I mean, like, hey, come on, Eric. Of course, it's gone fucking cheesy. I mean, like, the thing is, like, to be invited to a barbecue, I'm up for that. So if I ever do come to the States, you know, I will let you know on a live stream, and then we'll get some information, and then I will turn up, and then I will just go, right, I'm here, and obviously, and if people turn up and want to cause shit, oh well. You know what they say, don't you? It says stand your ground, country, innit? Yeah. You don't do spice, unfortunately. When I cook hobby tacos, I have to. I mean, there's so many. Yeah, you don't have to have. Oh, I've done a 6 cheese chili mac. Oh. I need to find a. I need to make a thumbnail where it says, you know, drooling. It's drooling time, not drilling, but drooling. Time to drool, ladies and gentlemen. Sit there and while we talk about food and different types of food, make you sit there and drool, and it make you so hungry that you will want to eat the fridge without even opening it. Oh, Ratters, stop it! Don't make me delete that comment. I will delete your comment. I've never deleted any of your comments, but I will delete that one. You sick fuck. Barbecue. Oh, there's. Oh, right. Okay. I mean, I have been into a Popeyes. I have tasted Popeye food before. I didn't. Well, yeah. And I've also eaten your cinnamon rolls, the small ones and the big ones. Okay, I had a dozen small ones, but that's beside the point. And then I had a big one, and they just looked at me like if I was fucking something from a different planet. But hey. We're going to make yourself cheese on toast then, Kay. Oh my God. Yeah, fucking koala nuts. Oh Jesus, Eric and Matters are at it again. You guys are insane. Oh God. That is so funny. That is so funny. Yeah. But anyway, guys, we're now going to go into the next segment. So it's a Q&A time. It's Q&A time. So let's do this. Oh, I have a massage. I have a massage. Oh my God. Right, as Dear Inner Thoughts of Lynette, Series 2, Episode 29. Oh shit, this is... Uh-oh. What's this one? I love my human hand balloon. Oh no, it's flying away. It's okay, I caught it. I love this balloon. No. No, you're in trouble, you. That's a good one, yeah. A new device for people who get offended quite easily, and it's an earring with toilet paper on it. There should be one for the mouth as well. That's a good one, that. Right, stop sending me these. I'm ignoring you now. Sending me all these pictures. I don't want to see your cats. Good morning. What are we offended by today? I've got that one. How far back do you think BBB was involved in with it? I think he was, from what I can understand and from what I've gathered, he started really getting involved. I think that there was contact between him and the crampons before he started getting in contact with Lynette. I think that he was introduced to Lynette by the crampons, allegedly, speculative. That's what I believe. I think that they sort of like directed him to that, because it's the fact that he contacted Larry, the DOI guy, and everything else prior to that. You know, if you go back and you check every single person, you'll figure it out when he started getting involved. But I think it was directly from them, because don't forget, the crampons, they watch everyone. You know, they're scared of missing something. They're like a 10-year-old scared of missing, you know, the chance of getting something for free. And that's, you know. And here's another thing, right? Sean Martin, who was the lawyer up in Ohio. I mean, technically, he's fucking innocent with all this. I mean, like, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, well, what has he really done? All he did was represent her in Ohio. Ohio. Yeah, that's all he did. You know, but the best thing I find is that Scott Stark. Why did he wait until the last time where he said, oh, he was ill, he's got all this medical thing and everything else, and now suddenly he's got a case 15 minutes before he was supposed to do deposition, right? You're telling me that case just appeared from fucking nowhere? Yeah, I mean, obviously, I hope he gets sanctioned for that, but yeah, I think he realized that after the deposition he was involved in, I think he realized, well, this is something I don't want to be involved in. And if you look, he's gone fairly quiet. And yeah, and the fact that that Deuce Boy has now going to get his ass kicked by the judge, and now that the trespass and the thumbnail case are officially done, but not done by the other side. Obviously, you know, now the plaintiffs who were accused can now turn the table on them. Now the only thing Bruce has got to worry about are the 2 federal court cases that are coming towards him with like a fucking freight train with no driver. Cataract surgery. Yeah. I mean, the cataract. Look, anyone with any type of common sense, when you make an arrangement for an operation or an interview or anything else, you do that prior. You don't do that on the day. I mean, if I get a phone call right now, right, from the person who I do work for, and he says, "Oh, I need you to drive up to Scotland, or I need you to drive down into England, or I need you to drive to fucking Ireland or something like that," I'm gonna go, fuck off. I'm not. When do I have to be there? Oh, you need to be there tomorrow morning. No, sorry, I'm not going to drive all night or as long as it takes to get to where you want me to go. And if you want me to do that, that's going to cost you £1,000. You know, that's when the price opens up. You know, so no, it doesn't happen. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I did nearly 1,000 miles altogether. Well, just under 1,000 miles. But I've been driving quite a bit, work related. Fuel, wear and tear on a vehicle, my time. So there you go. But I don't know. Stark, yeah. I think that these excuses were him trying to get out of this. That's what I personally think. And if you actually do a little bit of research on Scott Stark, oh, by the way, it's Scott R. Stark, not Scott S. Stark, Bruce, if you're listening. Because apparently you came into my stream the other day, which is absolute bullshit. We know who that was, but that's by and by. We'll come back to that in the future. Don't know when, don't know how. No, we don't. We know how, but time will tell. Fear the acceptance. It will happen, but who knows? Anyway, if you look at Scott Stark's past, the way he's treated his clients and what clients have said, and you take what they've said and you put that in a perspective, the way he's been behaving, like at a deposition and then being ill, and then suddenly he's got a case 15 minutes before a deposition. This should give you a couple of telltale signs, excuse me, a couple of telltale signs of what he's doing. The fact, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I've done research on and that I've shown people, various different people, and it's coming to the surface and being posted. I don't mind that because it's good to see, it's probably come from my videos or anything. And I'm noticing that, but I don't mind that because the thing is, that's factual, that's truth. But the fact that he is gotten himself, yeah, you're right. He's gotten himself in so deep, he won't even have to get out of that. He won't be able to get out of what he's gotten into. And it's not just his fault, his self-inflicted, but it's also the fault of Bruce Matskin. Bruce Matskin put him in that position. But so he should be going after Bruce. So there should be lawsuits coming from every freaking direction, to be honest with you, which is going to be interesting, to say the least. Now, let's go and start getting some of these questions answered. Spawntrooper question: Do you prefer to support or fluff? Wait, what? Eric, have you been speeding on your scooter? Have you sort of lack of oxygen due to the speed you've been driving? Spawn, you'll gain 20 pounds just smelling the food. Yeah, I know. And to be honest with you, if you can remember in regards to food, if you can remember what MyPretty, Squid and myself were discussing when we had that segment about the ingredients of food in America compared to food in the UK, it does make you think, but the thing is, if I went to Robert's and Robert, butchered a cow or whatever, and it's fresh meat from the butchers and he puts that on a barbecue, right, and he's made homemade ingredients like from tomatoes and stuff like that, I would rather eat that than I'd eat anything tinned food or anything that's been made, because I know that you'll have natural ingredients, and there'll be ingredients in the tomatoes and in the meat that are not in it, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's because like in some aspects, like there's steak meat or certain meats where they pump water into it to make it bigger or fatter or make it bigger. And that's when you fry stuff, you'll notice that after you fried it for a while, it's become smaller and it's shrank. It's because what you've done, you've boiled all the water out of it. So yeah, I mean, any fresh food, yeah, I'm up for that. But any tinned stuff like that, if I came to the States, it would be mostly fresh food I'd be eating. I'd probably turn into a vegetarian for a while because, with all the ingredients you got, and I wouldn't be drinking Dr. Pepper, that's for sure over there. Fuck no. I'll drink water. Actual fact, no, I wouldn't drink the fucking water over there. No. Oh, shit, no. Well, what would I drink over there? I'll just have to drink coffee. God damn it, it's got water in it as well. Damn it. Can you make water out of petrol? No, it's all right. Oh, no, Sienna, homemade food? Yeah, I'll definitely eat that. As long as it's fresh produce. If it is fresh produce, I'll eat it. Oh, of course he's been quiet, Raz. The reason he's quiet is because now he has to do damage control, like a lot of people have. Delete stuff, make stuff disappear, or edit stuff and that. I've deliberately, privatized and done stuff to my streams deliberately, and I'm not scared of saying that. And the reason I've done that is to piss other people off. Because at the end of the day, a live stream, yes, it means I can communicate with people live, but a live stream is just like having a conversation, But there you go. Maybe he's walking to Pensacola right now. I mean, he's already gone over $3,000 for his GoFundMe. I mean, people say that he's pro. What do you call it? Pro bono, and technically, there's no law of him doing a GoFundMe for depositions and stuff like that, but. Yeah, and have you also noticed that Richard Luthman has gone quiet? Oh, really? So Florida has normal Dr. Pepper, really? You have to take a picture, mate, and send me the ingredients so if I can come have a look at mine. Yeah, I mean, but when it comes to has anyone else noticed that with all this time that the crampons seem to just sit? I've reverted back to just them two and Robbie, and there's been times where Robbie has actually contradicted them and actually said, "Oh, actual fact, you're wrong in saying that." I think that's freaking hilarious. It's like their friendship is imploding as well. Yeah, of course they're running scared because the thing is, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm not saying that Jeremy Hells has got like an endless amount of money. He hasn't. But one thing I do know is that he's going to be getting a lot of that money back. That's for sure. That is for sure. I mean, unfortunately, he's not going to get everything back, but I mean, one thing's for sure. I don't think they're going to be doing what they've done to him again to anyone else again. That's for sure. I mean, that poor guy and George have been through hell. And look, I'm not saying that Jeremy is an angel and he's perfect. He's not, and no human is perfect. But the fact that I've been, well, not just me, but multiple people have been saying he's going to win this, and he is. I mean, for some reason, there are people out there who are delusional, thinking that Bruce is winning every single thing. No, he's not. There are some things that he got the upper hand on. There are some motions that he got the win. But if you want to call that a win, then God knows what else is, because no, he's as a lawyer he's failed, as a person he's failed, and as a human being he's failed. Like I said, I doubt very much he'll have his license after this. And if he does have his license, then obviously you people in America need to fucking get a grip of your federal government or your government and shake them around a little bit and knock some sense into them in regards of people like, I mean, look at Richard Luthman. Richard Luthman was federally convicted for embezzlement and God knows what, for $500,000+ right? He got 4 years, spent 2 years in jail, in federal jail, and then got 2 years on tag. He was a attorney in New Jersey or New York, wherever, right? Then there's another news article of him with other people holding someone against their will at a pew-pew, with a pew-pew. I mean, that's allegedly speculation. That's from what you read in the newspapers. But then this guy wants to come on and then accuses Jeremy Hales of being anti-Semitic, and then takes a screenshot of Jeremy Hales and makes him look like someone who was around in 1933, you know, or basically who was alive from 1889 to 1945, you know, who also served in the First World War as a corporal. Now, do you think that's right? It should show you the level of intelligence this person got, and the fact that this absolute bonehead wants to challenge people for Mortal Kombat, or you know, I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't exist anymore. But if it did, I'd get on a plane and come over there, you know, just for the lols. Because I mean, if you're going to walk around in a major city with children's costumes on, wearing children's costumes, then that should just tell you what type of person this guy is. Yeah, Mr. Pink Paint Chip. Yeah, you definitely got fucking paint chip, sunshine. And by the way, these are my own personal opinions and freedom of speech and freedom of expression. You got any problems with that? You know what you can do. You can walk away and not listen to what I've got to say. Yeah. No shit, really? I thought he was a lawyer in New York or somewhere. No, really. No, yeah, Flea 2, Tory is not part of the leads, right? You've got Kenya, who is an OnlyFans individual. How? Yeah, I mean, obviously that's one way to make money. And then you've got Grizzly Bear. I mean, the miner. I mean, that thing, Flea 1, who sounds. Yeah, I mean, like I say from the get-go, either she's smoking 10 freaking Cuban cigars a day or works in a mine, one of the two. But, crap. But as I said from the get-go, there's been a lot of things have been said, and 98% of it I've been on the nail. And I'm quite proud of myself for that. And not just with them, with other people as well. But we're not going to go into that, because I'd rather waste my time sitting on a throne and taking a nice, good push. Yes. You watch. There'll be a big post on a hate group later. Spawntrooper farted live on his stream. No, actually, I did that with my mouth. There you go. If I farted, trust me, yeah, you would be able to register it on a Richter scale of 4.2. You just see this little bing, and then it'll carry on. But anyway. All right, guys. Well, obviously there are no questions for me to be asked. So, time. What is time? Time to reflect on your mistakes. Time to hide. Time to hide the evidence. Time to run. Time to come to the realization that I am an entity. I will take my time. So there you go. But anyway, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I would like to thank everybody for coming. And I would like to say this. A smile a day keeps the weird people away. And something else you need to remember. Being hateful and negative and frowning, okay, takes a lot of energy. And as you can tell, I've got a smile on my face. I'm having a lot of fun. And I'm hitting topics that I want to talk about. And I've got a lot of nice people here. And I would like to say thank you. Robert, the day I will ask forgiveness is the day when I kick the bucket and I am standing in front of my maker. And that is the day when I will ask for forgiveness. And that's the only person I'm going to, I mean, the thing is, people need to, humanity needs to understand is that forgiveness is very hard to give to people who don't understand the meaning of forgiveness or forgetting. You can forget things and move on, but forgiveness, for some people, it's already too late. Well, hey, Rattus, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Mwah, love you. Well, I'm glad you do, Kate, because to conceal carry keeps the bad people away. Yeah, but this is my no square, and no one will touch me there. No, but Kate, I'm glad that you feel that way, because that's exactly what I am trying to do. I'm trying to make an environment where people can, talk about. Look, even if you guys know each other and you have an argument about a topic, right? I know for a fact that there'll be someone in here say, right, guys, come on, yeah, right, agree to disagree or disagree to agree. But I know for a fact that it doesn't last long, because everyone knows each other here, and we all have an opinion, just like we all have an arsehole, but it's only the person who's willing to wipe their ass first. And, and I'm biding my time. And you never know. You never know when it's going to happen. But I can assure you, things are coming. Just be aware of that. You don't know what it is, what it's about, when it's going to happen. But for those people who know who I am and how much of a stickler I am when it comes to perfection and doing research and making sure that every single T is crossed and every I is dotted and every question mark and abbreviation is in the right spot, you know that I'm a stickler for perfection. So we're going to bide our time. Who knows? I maybe wake up one morning and go, fuck it. Or I'll wake up one morning and go, yeah, let's give it a couple of more months. So it can happen anytime. Just so everyone is aware of that. Because once this is all done and over with, everyone has to move on and do their own thing. And you're going to love the future. I'm really looking forward to, showing you stuff on cam, how to, do different effects and stuff like that. You're going to like it. You're going to like it, and coming up with ideas, like when Squid wanted some ideas for the Littlands room, just ask. I'll come up with ideas within seconds. It's so easy. And the gaming, this platform is going to be mostly gaming, but there's going to be times where, I may be going live. Who knows? Yes, I saw her yesterday evening. Was it Tugs? Yes. Gail, I saw her yesterday evening and she said hello, so I said hello back. Yes. Yeah. Yes, it is, Smitty. Time is endless. But it's the fear of what's going to come. That's the best part. But anyway, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. But I'm going to play a song. All right. Obviously, I'm waiting for DJ Rattus to actually get hold of me about his song that he's made. And it's only fair that I play. Where the fuck are the other? What? Wait, what? What the? Oh, I was just about to say then. Wait. So, is it this one? I think it's this one. Please hold. I'm going to play. Oh, wait. So get ready to dance, guys. Get ready to dance. Right. So enjoy this tune. Write us if we can touch base with the outro song. I've got a couple from Eric. One of them I'm going to play now. So yeah, because what I want to do, I want to if you guys don't mind, I want to use a couple. One, but enjoy this one. We're not going yet. Just listen. Enjoy. I'm gonna just enjoy.
Where shadows creep, voices rise from the fathoms deep. Spawntroopers off to search the skies. MyPretty hunts where the questions lie. We said, hey now, don't forget. Mystery swirls around us yet. Wave goodbye. The wolves stand howls to pierce the sky. Lights flicker where the truth takes hold. Chasing secrets, the brave and bold. They leap, they dive into the fray. Another tale, another day. We said, hey now, don't forget. Mystery swirls around us yet. Thank the guest and wave goodbye. The wolves stand howls to pierce the sky. Illuminating the cracks we see. The world's a puzzle, a mystery key. Pieces shifting, always new. Here's your spotlight, it's all on you. Off they go, the pack runs fast. Hunting whispers, future and past. We'll keep the fire warm and bright until they return to claim the night. We said, hey now, don't forget. Mystery swirls around us yet. Thank the guest and wave goodbye. The wolves stand howls to pierce the sky. Off they go, the pack runs fast. Hunting whispers, future and past. We'll keep the fire warm and bright until they return to claim.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
coffee cups and secrets spilled so sweet. Dr. Pepper thoughts and midnight air so thin. The wolf's den whispers, let the yeet begin. Research trails on roads so unexplored. Spawntrooper seeking truth forever stored. Illuminated nights now fade to gray. It's time to move, the dawn won't stay. Thank you for the stories, the sparks that flew, for the laughter and the questions we pursued. Now the den grows quiet, the echoes retreat. The wolf's den calls, it's time to eat. Conversations like constellations in the sky. Once so vibrant, now we wave goodbye. Ideas brewed hotter than the coffee steam. Now we chase them through the morning beam. They'll farewells or arrows shot into the void. Destiny's a game we're all employed. The dance of stars, the pull of fate. Wolf Den closes its mighty gate. Thank you for the stories, the sparks that flew, for the laughter and the questions we pursued. Now the den grows quiet, the echoes retreat. The wolf's den calls, it's time to yeet.
Stern whispers in the air tonight. Shadow stands beneath its dim lit light. Coffee's gone and the soda's dry. Yet Spawntrooper dreams never say die. It's time to eat, to vanish, to fly into the void where secrets lie. Research calls, the mysteries plead. Eat and retreat, fulfill the creed. The den's now quiet, memories remain. Threats of
Okay, guys. Well, as you've seen, it was a good stream. I hope you enjoyed everything. I had a little bit of fun there with some sound effects. And yeah, what can we say, hey? Sometimes you have to have a little bit of fun. So I thought I'd help you out with that. You know, as I say, sometimes it's good, wrong button. Let me fix that. Sometimes it's good to have a little bit of fun. And Aussie Jen, hi, and Chabu, hi, and Linda, hi, how you doing? I hope that you all had a fantastic afternoon and you enjoyed the stream. And remember, you never know when the next stream is going to be. But make sure that you keep an eye out, because there will be another stream coming up with MyPretty and myself. And who knows, we probably might even bring someone. It depends. So we're going to be, having a little bit more fun. We'll probably might talk about games. We'll talk about films and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Do have a fantastic the rest of the weekend. And remember, a smile a day keeps the weird fuckers away, or the weird people away. And I do apologize for the coughing. I did try to hit that mute button once in a while. But like I said, you want to be here, be here. You don't, you know what to do. Okay. All right. Anyway, you take care, everyone. Much love. And I do hope that you all have a fantastic day. All right. So take care and hit that like button. Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure that you hit that notification bell. And I will see you on the next stream. So, and to everybody, especially Robert, Kasha, DJ Rattus, and Blue, and everyone else, and Mama Joe, and Aussie Jen, and Annie, and Linda, and Gail, and Kay, and everybody, right? Thank you very much for being here. And thank you very much for enjoying, yet again, a fantastic stream. Take care, everybody, and enjoy the song. Bye.
Trooper riding in the night, heart of gold but ready to fight, standing tall doing what's right, shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep, breaking chains, leaving pain behind, calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets in disguise, second chances, they wear thin, Spawntrooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around, justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell, standing strong I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets in disguise, second chances, they wear thin, Spawntrooper rides again. Dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell, standing strong I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts in disguise. Second chance.